It's the season premiere for season 5 of Turneround's Theory on my official YouTube channel, Facebook fan page, and on Instagram. And coming up on today's edition of Turneround's Theory, we're going to start things off with Melanie King's YouTube channel about a woman allegedly being accused and prosecuted for this man. And of course, I'm going to give you a theoretical thought to start off for the new season. So join me for the season premiere for season 5 of Turneround's Theory, which is coming up next on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Last season on Turneround's Theory. Now, the first video you're about to see comes from the first episode for season 4 of the platform, the episode I like to call Delusional Women.
I just want you guys to know, there's no way that I'm gonna date a man that makes under $200K a year.
She belongs to the streets.
That don't even make no sense. I'm not trying to struggle. I can struggle by myself, okay? Why would I want to struggle with a man? So if you're not making $200K, you can't date me. You trying to date me? I only date millionaires, baby.
So I had somebody that asked to take me on a date, right? And I was telling him, well, instead of taking me on a date, the same money that you gonna use towards the date, you can help me buy my part for my car.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
And coming up,
Ashley Merchant, the powerhouse lawyer who's become a one-woman wrecking ball against politically corrupt prosecutors and activist judges. Well, she's now defending a man who's been rotting in jail for 43 days because Carolyn Miller decided to scream kidnapper instead of checking her ego. This isn't just about one man. This is about how dangerous false accusations are, especially dangerous when the truth is available during video playback.
and now the season premiere of Turneround's Theory on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I'm a musician, singer, rapper, songwriter, composer, and producer. I'm also a content creator, and I give theoretical thoughts on just about anything in general. This is Turneround's Theory. What is up, everybody? Again, it's your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. And I want to personally welcome you to the season premiere, to the start of season 5 of Turneround's Theory on YouTube, Facebook, and on my Instagram. As you should know by now, Turneround's Theory comes to you each and every single Monday over the digital airwaves of YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for this season. And Turneround's Theory is also the actual platform of where I normally give the fellas just like you at home a free theoretical thought on, just about anything. Hey, listen, for those of y'all that are just tuning in to another edition for the season premiere of Turneround's Theory on my official YouTube channel, I want to personally welcome you. And if you are, in fact, a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. And for those that are tuning in to the season premiere of Turneround's Theory for season 5 on my Facebook fan page or on my Instagram, and you are following me there for the first time and you are new to the platform, welcome aboard. And if you are, in fact, a constant follower of mine with regard to the content that I post up, whether it's on my Facebook fan page or Instagram, hey, kudos to you as well. Now, as a constant daily reminder, I must reiterate to you all to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time I post up and upload more additional content onto the channel. Now, please be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. There will be a link provided in the description box below for my YouTube channel, as well as in the comment section below for my Facebook fan page and Instagram. If you also want to contribute to my YouTube channel through PayPal, of course, there is always going to be a link provided in the description box below on my official YouTube channel, as well as in the comment sections below for Facebook and Instagram. Please don't forget to also use the hashtag Team Turnaround that you see at the bottom of your screen, because that lets yours truly know indefinitely that not only you're watching another edition of Turneround's Theory, but it just goes to show that you are supporting my channel with regard to the content that I post up, and I might just give you a shout out right back. Now, I do hope and pray that I have covered everything within this particular matter And with that being said, let's jump on over into the season premiere to the start of season 5 of Turnaround series here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Ashley Merchant, the woman who took down Fannie Pack Willis, the woman who stood her ground against the judge in the Young Thug trial, the same woman is now representing an innocent man who was falsely accused by what I can only describe as a Walmart Blake Lively on a paranoia trip. And guess what? The whole thing was caught on camera.
Over there. And as soon as I did that, that's when he just picked him up out of my arm.
So she says she pointed over to where the Tylenol was, at which point he grabs the 2-year-old off of her lap and they get into this tug of war and he finally ended up fleeing.
Oh, here we go again.
But surveillance footage from the Walmart that day paints a completely different picture.
All right, so let's lay this out. A man was minding his business in Walmart. He was looking for some Tylenol and came across Carolyn and asked her for some help. He wasn't looking for any trouble. Then out of nowhere, she decides to freak out later and accuse him of trying to kidnap her child.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
No evidence. No, he tried to grab her. Nothing. Just hysteria.
Bipolar moments.
And instead of the police asking the right questions, instead of checking the cameras, they tossed this man in jail. 43 days, gone, stolen, for a crime he didn't commit.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
Why? Because one woman made a scene and lied. And now the system just said, that sounds good enough for us.
You must be out your mind.
Let's make this crystal clear. The CCTV footage, the very thing that should have been reviewed on day one, completely exonerates this man. He didn't touch the child, but the damage, it's already done. The man's name is smeared, his freedom stolen, his job probably lost, his mental health shattered. And let's not talk about the expense of being in jail this long and lawyers. Now, we got to talk about Carolyn Miller because I'm not about to let her fade into the distance and act like some scared little Karen who just made a mistake. No, this woman screamed bloody murder in a Walmart because she felt something, just felt it, because she saw something, but she didn't really see. Because she watched too many Lifetime movies. And now I'm thinking she's the lead in some type of weird thriller in her own deluded mind.
Now, guess where you going? To jail.
She made herself a victim. She made him the villain. And the second she opened her mouth, society, the media, the system, well, they snapped. And they just decided that she was delivering the gospel. She had to be telling the truth. This poor little woman who goes later and says that this man tried to kidnap her child in Walmart. Well, of course you've got to believe her. You've always got to believe the woman. Just like in the case that I'm covering with Blake Lively, who is an absolute diabolical liar.
First off, I want to make note that she admitted she doesn't have any sort of ailment that would require her to be in a motorized wheelchair, that she uses that because the kids like to ride in it, inconsiderably taking it away from people who actually do need it. Here's some of the footage. Okay, so he walks into the store and is looking for Tylenol. He can't seem to find it anywhere, so he just kind of wanders around for a while. He looks up and down the aisles. Then eventually he sees Caroline, so he decides to go up to her right there and ask if she could point him in the direction of it. He said he thought she was disabled because she was in that chair and she seemed to be struggling with the kids. He noticed the 2-year-old was losing his balance and was about to fall out, so he did help put the son back on her lap. That was all he did. He then walks off to try to find the Tylenol. Now, notice this man here. He's standing there just kind of looking around. He turns back around because he can hear the commotion with the kids. That's the point that he helps with the 2-year-old son. And then Caroline backs up into something. You'll notice at this point, her daughter falls off right there. And And the man runs over and picks the little girl up off of the ground. Now, she didn't accuse him of attempting to kidnap one of her children.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
But here's what they don't tell you about stories like this.
What the hell is going on?
The woman who falsely accuses a man, she doesn't get arrested. The accuser, like her, doesn't get punished, doesn't get a mugshot, no court date, doesn't have to pay restitution, and no justice. Meanwhile, the real victim is sitting in a cell, calling his lawyer, praying someone gives a damn. And that someone was Ashley freaking Merchant. Let's remind everyone, this is the same woman who helped expose Fannie Pack Willis's corruption in the Trump Georgia RICO case. She ripped the curtain off that political circus and showed us the collusion between a prosecutor and her boyfriend, who just so happens to be the special prosecutor she hired. She defended as well Young Thug's attorney when an activist judge tried to throw him in jail for contempt just for standing up for his client.
You serious?
And all of these tie back to Fani Willis, who was prosecuting Trump as well as prosecuting Young Thug.
They chit-chat for a few seconds and part ways. Now let's go back to the man. He is still looking for that Tylenol. The poor guy just cannot find it anywhere. So he eventually gets a Walmart employee who guides him to where it is. He approaches Caroline again just to be like, hey, I finally got the Tylenol. Thank you. Have a good day. You know, whatever. He doesn't touch anybody. He doesn't grab anybody. You saw her talking to a Walmart employee. That was to tell them that he tried to take her son. But as you can see, he paid for his Tylenol and he left.
Ashley Merchant is the attorney you want when the odds are stacked against you. The media's against you, and the entire system wants to take you down and make you a fall guy. Now she's fighting for a man falsely labeled as a kidnapper. And once again, she's showing the receipts.
Women.
So let's ask the question everyone's afraid to ask. How many more men are sitting in jail because someone like Carolyn Miller decided they looked suspicious, or they didn't? I just want to blame someone. How many women are going to be able to weaponize their tears, their fear, their performative outrage, while the legal system just shrugs and says, better safe than sorry?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
This wasn't a case of an accident, mistaken identity, confusion, misconceptions. No, it is what you see on the CCTV is that he asked for help her. He asked her where the Tylenol was. Her child was falling out of the wagon, the little cart, which she shouldn't even been riding on because she has admitted she has no disabilities. Her kids just like to ride in it. So she's being irresponsible. Her 2-year-old son is falling out. The man helps put him back in, asks about Tylenol, goes about his merry way, and later, just because she decides to falsely accuse him of trying to kidnap her son. Now, another man in the same CCTV had to help her children again who were falling down. She didn't accuse him. Why did she accuse this other man?
What?
And now the entire turning point, the CCTV footage when it dropped, it showed the entire encounter, or the lack thereof. And it proved beyond any doubt that this man did absolutely nothing wrong. She was just delusional, manufactured danger. And when the video surfaced, well, Carolyn, she went silent. No apology, no press conference, no remorse. She didn't even show up to defend herself. Why? Because she knows she's guilty. And yet she's walking free while this man is still behind bars. If the roles were reversed, if a man falsely accused a woman of trying to abduct a child, you better believe he'd be blasted across every media outlet, canceled on every platform, and crucified in every court of public opinion. But here, nothing, because the lie fit the narrative until it didn't.
You got it. Here I am.
Now, let's talk about the real cost of false accusations. It's not just jail time, it's trauma. It's public shame. It's being Googled for the rest of your life and seeing kidnapper next to your name.
You must be out your mind.
It's family members looking at you sideways. It's jobs that stop calling back. It's friends who don't know if they should believe you or not.
Are you all right?
And most of all, it's the erosion of public trust in real victims. Because every time someone cries wolf, every time someone fakes a story for attention or outrage or whatever twisted reason, it makes it that much harder for real victims to be believed. This is bigger than just one case. It's a culture of guilt by accusation. And the system, it's just as guilty. Because if there's one thing we've learned from Ashley Merchant's career, is that whether it's a corrupt DA like Fannie Pack Willis or power drunk judges in Atlanta or small town police who refuse to review basic footage, the justice system loves a convenient villain. And if you're a man alone with no one to vouch for you, you're a perfect villain, especially if your only crime was being in the wrong aisle at the wrong time.
I was in the Walmart and I had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
Someone trying to snatch your baby?
Yes.
56-year-old Mahendra Patel was arrested on suspicion of kidnapping, and he's been in jail ever since. And there's 3 things I want to know. 1, what took so long to get that footage? 2, why is he still in jail? And 3, what's going to happen to her? The only thing he did wrong that day was be friendly and helpful to a woman who clearly had an agenda.
Now, Carolyn Miller may never face consequences, but let this video be her legacy. Let her name be synonymous with false accusation. Let Blake Lively in aisle 3 become the new shorthand for paranoid delusion, because this isn't just one bad call. This was a deliberate lie, a charade, an assassination, a life derailed. And the only reason the truth got out was because one lawyer, Ashley Merchant, decided she wasn't going to let the system steamroll another innocent person. So what do we do now? We stay loud. We keep calling out these liars. We keep demanding that body cams, CCTV, and actual evidence take priority over tears and theatrics. And most of all, we stop treating guilty until proven innocent like it's the right thing to do, because it's not. And so many men's lives have been destroyed. So many people's lives have been destroyed. Like I said, I've been covering this Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds case against Justin Baldoni, and it is mind-blowing the amount of lies and gaslighting and things they've done that Hollywood, and the media tried to do to destroy one man who did absolutely nothing wrong. Actually, multiple men and women they tried to destroy who did absolutely nothing wrong. Where the people who are making the accusations are actually the ones that are the perpetrators. They are the ones that are victimizing others. And we see this across the board. And the media, in that case, well, they're just still tap dancing for Blake and Ryan when all the evidence shows that they're liars, that they're manipulators, that they're deranged narcissists. But we've got to keep our foot on their necks. And that's what I plan to do. If you're interested in that case, make sure you subscribe to my other channel, Melanie Offscript. The link is below. And I will see you guys on the next one.
Now don't go away, because when I return, I'm going to conclude today's edition with a free theoretical thought right after this.
So a lot of people talk about narcissistic men all the time. Well, let's talk about narcissistic women. These are the signs that a woman is a narcissist. Number 1, she plays the victim. Always make herself seem like she's the innocent one, or people picking with me, people doing things to me, but it's never she doing anything to anyone. She will twist stories to make other people look like the villain. Will cry or act distressed to gain sympathy, even if she caused the problem. Use past trauma as excuse for toxic behavior. Oh, my mommy cut my hair, gave me a perm when I was younger. That is the reason why I'm like this today. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You just a fucking piece of shit. Needs attention and validation. Narcissistic women are very men-driven and men-hungry. So they like to get attention from men, validation from men, and They just boy crazy. They use social media to show off a perfect life, but really they're very fucking miserable behind closed doors. Extremely jealous and competitive. They cannot stand when another woman gets attention. Downplay or sabotages other people's successes instead of just congratulating them. Will copy somebody she's jealous of and then turn around and lie and say they're copying them. Love when other women fail because it makes her feel superior. Also, narcissistic women loves to gaslight and manipulate. Twist reality to make other people doubt themselves. Calling a lie she will deny, deflect, and then turn around and blame you. Act like she never said that or you're just imagining things. Also, narcissistic women love to use stonewalling. This is a form of tactic they use for manipulation and control. So they will ignore you, drop the conversation. If you're trying to talk to the person, trying to figure out or fix some things between you and this narcissistic woman, she will drop the conversation, don't want to talk about it, and then use ignoring you as a tactic. That's only to make you feel some type of way. That's an emotional manipulation tactic that most narcissistic women use. Because of confronting issues head on, they like to ignore you or withdraw to make you feel like you're the problem. I feel like women that grew up in dysfunctional households are very big at stonewalling, because if you was raised in an environment where your emotions weren't valid, they may struggle to communicate. So they've learned that the silent treatment is the best way for conflict, and it's honestly is not. Also, women with narcissistic traits don't care about other people's feelings. They genuinely don't see the problem with ignoring you. They may ghost people and just avoid accountability altogether. Also, narcissistic women use people as pawns. So friends, family members are just tools for them to use. She keeps you around as long as you serve her, but as soon as you don't serve her anymore, she dropped you like a fucking hot potato. She will discard people coldly after she's done. Narcissistic women will even fake friendships with people that they secretly dislike just to get something out of them. Some narcissistic women never apologize. They will cry and play victim to avoid accountability. Narcissistic women love to make people jealous, so they enjoy making their partner feel jealous or insecure in relationships. Narcissistic women hate being criticized and dish it out but can't take it. Will attack people with personal insults instead of addressing the issue. You may be having an issue with this woman. You're trying to talk to her on a certain type of level, and now she's insulting you and belittling you in all kinds of ways when the only thing you're trying to do is communicate. If you expose her toxic behavior, she will blame you and make you the bad guy. Narcissistic women plays hot and cold, pulls people away, then pull them back when she wants attention. Also, narcissistic women are very fake spiritual. Act spiritual or healed, but is still toxic behind the scenes. Pretends to be sweet, innocent, kind, but has a dark side. Love preaching self-love, but secretly hate themselves. Friendships don't last with narcissistic women because people eventually see through this bitch. Romantic relationships are often super fucking toxic dealing with a narcissistic woman, full of cheating and drama. If someone cuts a narcissistic woman off, she will play the victim. She will say that she wasn't wrong. The best thing to do when you're dealing with a narcissistic woman is detach yourself and move the fuck on.
Let me tell you about a technique that I thought of called the scary technique. But in reality, it's really just self-defense. Basically, how it goes, you got to play a fool to catch a fool. And that's as simple as it gets. Let's say it's a person, right? He probably think he all tough, running at the mouth, being all extra over-aggressive with you. See, the key is, bro, if you want to get down on him, you got to provoke that man without provoking him. See, simply what I do is this. I simply tell him, like, all right, you talking all that stuff, but you ain't touch me. You scary. And as long as you don't touch me, bro, I don't even care. Trying to basically act like you trying to, like, throw the situation away, but you really not. You got to make that man think that he's scary, because a rat will fall right into a trap if he sees some cheese. Now, he ain't going to want to look scary, so he going to try to do something to you. He might try to harm you. He might try to hit you. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I end up provoking him enough to make him feel like he want to put his hands on me, after that, it's a done deal. All you got to do is make it look like he put his hands on you first. And then after that, you might up on him and, you might send him away. Or you might pull out your little pocket knife and, start cooking up. Now, congratulations, you completed step 1. Now, when the police show up, bro, you got to act like you was so scary, bro. Like, oh, he hit me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hit him. He hit me. He provoked me. You got to act as scary as possible. Make it look like it was self-defense. But really, all in all, it's just self-defense. If everybody used this, then everybody wouldn't go to jail. Because everybody would know not to touch each other. But I don't get no fuck, though. I don't want to go to jail, you get what I'm saying? So if I can get down on you without going to jail and playing it smart, I'm going to do that. And the problem with these young dudes is that they too tough to play the scary role. But don't ever be scared to surrender or play the scary role. Because a tough dude always don't last, bro. Only a smart dude.
And now, Turnaround Still Radical Thoughts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, and this is always my favorite part of the segment. Once again, it is time for another edition of Turnaround's Theoretical Thought with yours truly, because in just a moment, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another free theoretical thought, this time coming from Melanie King's YouTube channel about a man being falsely accused of putting his hands on the children when he was just trying to help them out. Here's your theoretical thought for the day. From the footage that you saw on this video, I think that this is despicable, disrespectful, and she has violated this man in all kinds of ways, putting this man in jail, and he's serving a 43-day sentence. I think that he's doing the right thing by hiring him a lawyer and putting this woman in jail for a petty crime that he really didn't commit. They're the ones that ought to be going to jail. If you don't have any sufficient evidence to back up your claim, not only will the judge dismiss it, but the judge can find you guilty and can dismiss your case for perjury in its entirety. It's just that simple. Once again, the justice system always prevails in favor of the women, but it won't prevail in favor of the men. I think it's time for the justice system to start looking into this evidence and retry this case. That's just my opinion. With that being said, that's your theoretical thought for today. And this will conclude another edition of Turnaround's Theory to start off for the new season for Season 5. Listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below concerning today's episode. And as a constant daily reminder, I want to reinform you to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would in fact help out and it will be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time I post up and upload new additional content onto the channel. For Turnaround's Theory, I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you right back here next time for another edition of Turnaround's Theory here on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. This season on Turnaround's Theory.
Every time I turn around, I see more and more men celebrating being single. They talk about how much freedom they have, how much money they have, how better they are looking, how healthier they are becoming. And if I didn't know any better, it would sound like a lot of the men were actually trying to encourage men out there to actually stay single. All right. Don't get involved with no woman. Don't go on dates. Don't do anything but focus on yourself. Like, more and more men are falling under that category and under that umbrella. And I am scared for a lot of y'all women out there, because I already know when it comes to us, we absolutely need love, affection, attention, and men. Okay. All of those things stand for men. And with men saying, nah, I'm good, love, I don't know.
This girl is definitely cheating on her boyfriend in Florida.
Excuse me, fine. It's my friend Daniel right here. I swear. Why you down here? You should be here. Exactly. If you make money, then you should be there with him. Working with him. Here in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, you got a mini skirt on with your out. All right, let's go. What's his name? What's his name? Yo, Dean, break up with her. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. Fort Lauderdale, out here by herself with her friends. Red flag automatically.
I am back with a quick video for you guys. Now, I thought this was an important video to do because I thought it would be a good idea to give my top 5 most profound tips on how to get and keep a man.
So just to give you guys kind of like a gist of this story that I've seen, of course, in the wonderful world of TikTok. Apparently, these women accompanied their friend on a date just to make sure that she was okay, and ended up ruining it.
All that and much more coming up later this season on Turnaround's Theory.